putting together an antipasta for tomorrow, but I'm not doing it completely. I'm going to start to assemble it, and then I'll finish assembling it in the morning. So I just wanted to show you how I do it. So you take however many portions you're going to have, and that's what you use the romaine lettuce leaf for. And I have 10 portions here. I usually take a bowl and put it in the middle just to make sure nothing kind of goes down there, because that bowl eventually will get turned over and stuff will get put in there, or I'll just remove it and then put stuff in the middle. What usually goes in the middle, what my dad used to do, is this giardiniera, but really it's just pickled vegetables. It's like cauliflower and celery and peppers and carrots, and they're pickled. And he used to buy one of these and he'd throw some in the middle. But of course, his antipasto was a big, big oval one with probably about 20 or 30 portions. So here we're just doing 10 because we don't have a lot of people tomorrow. So that's where we start, right? And then I'm going to actually, my first layer is going to be the prosciutto. So I'm just going to put the prosciutto down on each one. And literally, I have several different types of meats here. I have, of course, Parma prosciutto. I have salami. I have hot capicola. I have sweet capicola. And I have boiled ham, actually the Polish ham. I have mortadella, soppressata, and provolone cheese. And the mortadella that I'm using here is not the mortadella we usually use. We have some people that have nut allergies, so I don't want to have the imported mortadella that has the pistachios in it. What I have is the other mortadella that just has the black peppercorns in it. So that's the one that's going on to this particular antipasta. And let's see, here we go. I actually didn't do too bad of a job slicing this. Went to a different deli. The deli we usually go to just hasn't been the best lately, so we're going different places. So now this is soppressata. Actually, I'm going to put the mortadella. And this is the mortadella. I just cut it in half because this is just going to be layering. And what you want is, when people come to take this, they're really just going to take one layer of this to either put between bread, make a sandwich, put it on a plate, cut it up and eat it, however they want to eat it. And you begin to assemble this. And it's just, I don't know, this is just one of our family traditions. We always made it Christmas morning. And the morning that my dad died, he died Christmas morning in 2001. He made this he taught my sister Anna, who'd never made it before. He taught her how to make it. It was the last thing that my dad did before he went into the living room. He sat down with his cup of coffee to watch the Mass, and this is salami. And he passed away quietly in his chair, watching the Pope on TV on Christmas morning. And so this is very special to our family, and it's really a very special tradition. My sister Anna makes it every year when we get together with the family. And her and my niece Christina were the two who really started doing it initially. Of course, Anna did, but Chrissy was helping her. And now this last Christmas when we were there, everybody was there around the table putting it all together. Now this is the hot capicola. This is a bit of a spicy capicola. I think I'm going to cut this one in half. And it's a little wet, but there we go. Let's see, let's use this. There we go. And of course, we'll have all these wonderful cold cuts to have sandwiches later. I'm going to do that an opposite way. There we go. So we'll do the capicola. I'll just do a couple of layers, and then I'll tell you what I put in, and then we'll end this, because this is kind of boring, I think, going through the whole thing here with you. But you can see how it's starting to take its shape. And then tomorrow, when I do the finishing touches, I'll take a picture of it so you can see what it looks like all put together. But I'm sure if you've seen some of the pictures on the website and pictures that I have posted before, you'll get a a sense of what it does. And you may have a different tradition with your family with the antipasto. Some people put artichokes or mushrooms, marinated mushrooms, that sort of stuff in it. My family doesn't, but there's all kinds of different things you can do. Now I'm going to add a layer of cheese. And this is the mild provolone. That one seems like it's a bit thick. There we go. But cutting them all so that they're kind of the same size makes it a little easier to assemble and to layer. And then what I'll do once all the meats are on, tonight I'm gonna just cover this when I'm done with this and put it in the fridge for tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll be adding pickle spears, actually dill pickle. My husband he likes this particular brand, he likes that type of pickle. And so I couldn't find the spears. I got the halves, I cut them in 4, and they'll get layered in between. The other thing that'll get layered in between will be the celery. There's always a celery spear in between. The other thing that gets in between is the sharp provolone. There's like a half moon sized wedge of provolone, and then I just slice it, and then those will get stuck in there. So there's just so many wonderful things that go into this antipasta. And then once it's all done, I'll put some pepperoncini on it, just sprinkle them over the top, and I will take some of those olives. I have some green olives here, and I have the black olives, and those will get peppered over it. Now, my dad used to also put an anchovy, and he'd do it on some and not on others because not everybody likes the anchovy, but he would do the anchovy. And once in a rare moon, I remember when some of the relatives would come in from Boston, he would also put a layer, he'd put some Italian tuna. I remember him doing that a few times when I was a kid. He'd do the Italian tuna, of course, in the oil, and he would put that on the antipasta. So he's done different things over the years, but this was always a Christmas morning thing. Christmas morning, he always got up really early, crack of dawn, as he always did, to prepare a food for all of us. And he would start the antipasto and get it all ready. And as people would come into the house, first thing they'd go for is to go and take a hunk of antipasto and a hunk of bread and have at it. And we had a great antipasto.
What?
I made that with Daddy this morning.
I'm rocking asleep.
But the damn thing was straight.
I'm going to tell you, I will not have children. You know where you should go?
No.
Go to pawn shop.
So now this is the soppressata. And I'm not necessarily going to layer the same things over again in the same sort of layer, but I'm kind of a creature of habit, so I actually might end up doing the same thing, making another layer, but I'll end up having 2 layers of all this meat. And that's pretty much it. So, I haven't done the ham yet. I don't think I've done the ham. So I'll do this, and then I'll do the ham, and the ham will be my starting point for my next layer. And I can't seem to get this soppressata apart here. There we go. Probably should have cut those. I think they would have worked better if I would have cut them. And I think for the next layer, I just might do that. Or I'll just leave it whole like this because soppressata is so delicious. We always bring this down when we go to Texas. We bring a lot of the cold cuts, although now they can get a lot of the same stuff there. And then I'll do a layer of ham. Daddy always put ham on this. But let's see how this is. Well, there we go. There we go. So I'm going to start to assemble the next layer, and I'll show you what the finished product looks like. Buon Natale!